let us find our own path, and about finding a community of people who support one another along the way.
We came from a denomination that on the one hand taught peace, social justice, and giving to the poor. But during the last election season, actively supported laws such as Prop 8 that would take away rights from others. When my brother and I spoke out against this, going so far as to tear down the church's Prop 8 signs. sorry about that, Mom. We were made to feel like outsiders.
When our views became known at the religious school that I attended, kids started to bully me. I was constantly tormented and verbally abused by my fellow classmates, including being hit in the face by basketballs, leading to broken brackets in my braces, and a bleeding mouth. Just because we supported the rights of all people, they got other kids at church camp to torment me and call me gay, even though I was not. Although one of the bullies was taught a lesson, thanks Gabe, the church administration refused to do anything about it, my parents decided to send me to public school. I walked out on the school and the church that ran it and vowed never to return.
Our family began searching for a different faith community and finally found St. Paul's. The very first Sunday I visited made me feel like at home immediately when I heard the words, "There is no such thing as a visitor or guest, but rather everyone in the building is in the family." I instantly felt at home. I was greeted by Robert Heilman, who listened to my story and gave me his Equality California pin, which to this day I proudly wear on my Boy Scout uniform.
All right.
So while my mom, dad, and brother were happily at St. Paul's, I wasn't quite ready to trust a church yet. I could not be hurt and tormented like that ever again. A couple more months went by, and after hearing over and over how different St. Paul's was, I finally agreed to check it out for myself. What a difference! St. Paul spoke the prayers in a language that I could clearly understand, taught lessons in a detailed yet entertaining way, had homilies that were relatable to my life, music that does not bore my ears to death, and most of all, did not force any beliefs on me, giving me an open and inclusive learning environment where I could clearly find my own path.
If there was any lingering doubt that we had found a new home, it was erased when my family faced its greatest time of need. 2 years ago, our father suffered a near-fatal heart attack while biking. By some miracle, a policeman found him on the side of the road and got him to the hospital. After the doctor informed us that he might die, she told us to call a priest. Our beloved dean came straight to the hospital within 15 minutes to share the message of faith and love. He prayed with us and made us feel better, despite our very real fear of our father's death.
In the following days and weeks, more and more people from the cathedral, some of whom we barely knew, came to the hospital and took care of my brother and I with food, help, and rides. The kind of compassion that we received was unlike any other on the face of the earth. You were there when we needed you most. You helped revive my father in the process and revived my faith in God through my new church.
We've also been given many great opportunities to give back through the church. In fact, just the other day, the bishop saw me and introduced me as the quote-unquote genius who re-landscaped the cathedral with drought-tolerant plants. Well, actually, we all did, thanks to the labor and financial support from the cathedral community. But it's still cool. The bishop knows who I am. What a switch. We came from a church where we got in trouble for tearing down Prop 8 signs to where the bishop calls me a genius.
Because of the love we have for St. Paul's and all that it has done for our family, my brother and I have decided to pledge this year. We are each going to give a portion of our allowance to St. Paul's every week because we want everyone to know what it's like to be at church where all people, no matter where you are in your journey of faith, even if it's been temporarily derailed, are welcomed and affirmed. That's the Jesus I want to follow, and one day the Jesus I want my own kids to follow as well. Thank you.